Good job by Loren Meyer down low. Used his body well. He is getting smarter down there. It's just going to take some time.
The Mavericks have opened up their biggest lead at 9. Carr, Stockton, 6 on the clock. Stock off the run. John Stockton with his second basket.
Jim, he's so good at a ball fake. Gets you up in the air and then puts it down and gets into the teeth of the defense. And he's been getting away with it for years. I mean, hard to believe. 12.
6:55 left to go in the half. Waving the ball, an illegal defense call against Utah. Lucious Harris coming in for the Mavericks. Jason Kidd going out.
Number 30, Lucious Harris into the game.
Just not enough minutes for 5 guards. You know, that's a tough spot for Dick Motta and his coaching staff. You got Dumas and Harris. Harris played so well on the road trip. Dumas has played so well. On occasions, he's played outstanding basketball. And Brooks played so well at Milwaukee the other night.
That's a good problem to have, though. Harris hits the outside shot. It's a 2-point goal.
There it is. See, that's...
Mavericks back to the 9-point lead. This equals the largest.
I'll tell you what it does do. It'll make people pay attention to their business because they'll know somebody's behind them.
There you go.
Ready and willing to play.
Stockton. Harris guarding him, 6 to shoot. Inside pass stolen by Harris and a foul on Antoine Carr. Carr with his second personal foul. The Jazz with a first team foul.
Foul by Antoine Carr. His second, the first team foul.
I don't know what Antoine Carr is getting so upset about.
For the Mavericks, number 10,
he had the ball, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't like it. Watch him here. He about puts a hole in the floor there.
David Wood has come on for the Mavericks.
Oh, you got to get off that dribble. Pass the ball.
Dumas does to Harris, and now it's Parks on the move into the lane and a foul call. But it's aggressive action by the Mavericks offensively. Felton Spencer whistled for the foul. His second.
Felton Spencer, his second, the second team foul.
Parks has been showing some signs, not statistically, but in effort and hustle. As you look at a field goal stat right there, that's
Cherokee
really
Parks,
impressive.
two
You know, the
shots.
Jazz come in leading the NBA at better than 49%.
So they're not much off their average, but the Mavericks are way above their average. Parks with another free throw coming. Spencer goes out. He's got 2 fouls. Karl Malone back in.
Parks has got to stay on that line. Stand still, stay on that line till that ball hits. There you go.
10-point lead for the Mavericks.
Don't be moving out of there like and be nonchalant. No time to be cool.
Hornacek, Dumas out on him. Malone shoots it on Meyer. Karl Malone with 6.
He's so good.
Mavericks pretty much confined to their half-court offense over the last 3 minutes or so, and Dumas loses the ball out of bounds. Donald Hodge coming in for the Mavericks. Loren Meyer going out.
Nice defensive job by Hornacek down low. Watch him shut off the baseline. Takes away the baseline. Nice veteran play.
Utah down 8 this trip.
Mavericks have played this whole first half with 2 turnovers.
Pretty good half so far. Malone now with 8 as he has scored the last 4, and it's 43-37 Mavericks. Dumas for 3. David Wood the offensive rebound.
Nice hustle.
Parks. Harris shoots it on Stockton. And it's Antoine Carr on the move for Utah.
Good decision by Carr. Looks for point guard. Stockton gives it up.
Stock on a 12-foot floater, and John Stockton has brought the Jazz to within 4. They have scored 6 in a row.
He really gets the ball up nicely on his shot. Good arc. Always has done that. That's why he's a good shooter.
Donald Hodge, Carr guarding him. David Wood against Benoit. 6 to shoot. Wood off the lead.
Speaking of difficult, tough shots,
there was some degree of difficulty with that one. Hornacek hits Malone over Hodge. And Parks the rebound. Tony Dumas lost the handle against Hornacek. Carr went down for it. Now it's Parks on the drive. And a foul call. Cherokee Parks shoots two.
I think Hornacek's got a point. He thought it was double dribble.
Karl Malone and David Wood are exchanging unpleasantries. Hornacek called for that foul, his first.
Double technical foul. Karl Malone, David Wood.
And David Wood.
Malone walked back over to Wood. He's still talking to him. I don't think that'll bother David Wood. David Wood knows what he has to do to stay in the league, and that's one of the things. He can't back down from anybody.
Cherokee Parks, 2 shots.
I think this goes back. This isn't just something that happened recently.
Not a
Parks
Maverick
hits
thing.
the free throw.
Not a Maverick thing between Wood and Malone, huh?
It's a it goes back, I think, to Wood's days with Houston. I think the Rockets would use him to take some fouls on Malone. So Parks with the 2 free throws, and it's 47-39.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing, Malone was sure chewing on Wood down there.
Oh, nice. Here's Malone with Hodge on him. 9 on the shot clock. Hornacek into Benoit. Benoit against Wood.
David Benoit.
David Benoit with 16 points tonight. So another basket, and he'll have a season high. He will add to the long list this year of Maverick opponents that have come up with season highs. Hodge. 9 on the clock. Harris. Parks gets it away. Nicked the rim, and the long rebound to Benoit, and a foul call.
Foul by David Wood.
David Wood called for the foul.
First, the 3rd team foul.
Utah with a good defensive job on that particular sequence. Did a nice job staying with what it was the Mavericks wanted to do. Cherokee Parks right here with a shot, doesn't get it to go. There's Benoit, and you see the foul committed.
Hornacek shoots the 3 right down the pipe. Jeff Hornacek has his first 3-pointer tonight. And the Mavericks are taking time with 2:48 left to go in the half. Utah back to within 3 at 47-44.
You can meet the sidekicks Mike Powers.
Tonight's game being brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers. By Hoover. Nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. And by the employee owners of Avis. We're into the future. Into it now. Trying harder than ever. Jim Durham with Bob Ortigal here in Reunion Arena. The Mavericks lead down to 3 at 47-44 and 2:48 left to go in the half. Jackson, Kidd, Jones, Wood, and Meyer for Dallas. Utah with Malone, Benoit, Hornacek, Stockton, and Antoine Carr. Kidd against Stockton. Jackson double teamed. The pass from Kidd deflected by Stockton to Meyer, and Malone called for the foul over the top. Karl Malone with his first.
Foul by Karl Malone, his first.
You can see Loren Meyer getting a better feel for the NBA game all the time. It's not going to happen overnight, but take a look at the hustle board right there. Second chance points, not a lot of difference. Fast break points, not a lot of difference. Both teams getting back defensively.
We have a report of a New York San Antonio trade tonight. J.R. Reed and Brad Lohaus go to the Knicks. The Knicks also get a draft pick to be announced. Monty Williams and Charles Smith to the Spurs.
Interesting. New York unloads Charles Smith,
who, of course, was in the opposite camp in the labor war last summer. Hornacek hitting that shot from the outside, and Patrick Ewing was very vocal on the other side. Kidd controlling against Stockton. Kidd's 3 try. Benoit with the rebound. And now Utah looking to cut it to one or tie with a long one. Nice feed, Stockton to Malone.
The best man in the history of the game in terms of picking up assists, dishing the basketball, John Stockton. Just made a pass off of the dribble, which covered about 2/3 of the floor.
1 point lead now for the Mavericks. And Stockton knocking Kidd's pass away once more. 9 on the shot clock as Dallas comes in. Jason Kidd with 5 to shoot. Popeye Jones gets it away on Karl Malone. Pop with that one-hander.
Jason Kidd came off the pick that time, but he's got to get closer to it. Stockton's able to get up over the top of the pick. The dribbler's got to get a lot tighter so the man can't get through.
You know the way Popeye shot that last one? That's the way he tipped that ball in on that jump ball play the other night.
Right.
Benoit on the miss. Malone with the rebound. Carr. Foul called. Offensively. Antoine Carr with his third.
I'll tell you what, if he stays on that official, he's going to get a technical. Stockton is staying between the official. You saw his teammates shove him off the floor. He's really hot.
Adam Keefe coming in.
There it is. Jerry Sloan got it. Hey, just got thrown out.
Double technical foul, Jerry Sloan. He's ejected.
Ed F. Rush, not Ed T. Rush. But he was teed up. So an early all-star break for the Utah coach.
It all started with Antoine Carr. Speaking of an early all-star break, they play San Antonio on Tuesday. Stockton, Malone. If Sloan goes to the all-star, they're going to be there for 5 days.
Jackson hits a free throw and now gets ready with a second one.
Well, the guy that will sit in now for Jerry Sloan, Phil Johnson, has been in that seat before. 23 years an NBA coach, 9 as a head coach. There's Phil, played for Dick Motta in high school.
He's an NBA coach of the year with the Kansas City Kings. 5-point lead. Jackson across the lane and a foul called, and Jim Jackson shoots 2.
Antoine Carr here, this is what he didn't like. He gets called for this. Oh, Wood was there. Carr gets called for the charge. He was stomping, ranting, and raving. There, at least, whoa, look at that look. That does look like a big dog look, huh? An ornery dog.
Doesn't look like a lovable little puppy, no, that's for sure.
Like a big old St. Bernard. You ought to know something. You ought to know something about those little puppies.
They're cute. Jackson gets another free throw here.
No, there's just another technical.
Where? Who?
Delay of game, Utah.
It's the second delay of game tonight against Utah, so that's an automatic technical.
Look at Malone challenging.
He's going to get another delay of game. Jackson now in the middle of his 2 free throws on the personal foul will shoot a technical.
Stockton is, that's the first time I've ever seen that. Stockton's trying to tell Malone, just settle down, be quiet, and play the game. Malone looked back, never seen him do that. Stockton irritated with what's happening here.
56.1 left in the half.
Mavericks always have interesting games with Utah. Beat him twice last year. Beat him one time in here like a drum.
Jim Jackson hits all 3, counting the technical. 56-48. The Mavericks an 8-point lead. The biggest has been 9. Karl Malone against Popeye Jones, and a foul on Popeye Jones.
After all that's been going on, I think Malone just gets that call. I mean, really, he just gets that call.
Keep your eye on the Dallas bench.
Yeah.
The officials are going to start to hear it from that side.
Dick Motta.
Karl Malone, 2 shots.
He really did. He got that call. I mean,
because he's Karl Malone.
Sure, and because of what's going on so far.
Right. Parks will be coming on for the Mavericks as Popeye has picked up his 2 fouls. 41.3 left in the half. And Malone another free throw. Jason Kidd blowing into the front court, feeding Jackson for three. Kidd with another assist. He ties the Mavericks record for most assists in a half with 30 seconds left.
What a move he put on Stockton. He juked him to the right and blew by him on the left and then hit Jackson in the corner.
The Mavericks with their biggest lead.
Look at, they run off this time, come off of Benoit again with Wood.
9 to shoot, about 9 difference. Stockton finding Benoit, and Benoit with another three, his 4th of the game, and a new season high for David Benoit. A 20-second timeout taken by the Mavericks.
What an outstanding play by Stockton that time. All the way down in on the right side by the basket. He knew exactly where to go. He knew exactly where the spot-up shooter was supposed to be, and that's where Benoit was. Watch this move. He puts on Stockton. Right. Crossover, left hand. Dish to the corner. Jackson on the right corner. He drains the three.
The NBA trading deadline is coming up on the 22nd, and we've already had the first, perhaps, of many deals. We talked about it in halftime, I'm sure, as a Kidd gets the shot away, and the rebound taken out by Malone. And the first half comes to an end. A very emotional first half for Reunion Arena, and it's the home team in front by 8, 59-51. West Monroe, Louisiana. Hello. And thanks for tuning us in. Now here's your chance to voice your opinion about Prime Sports. Call 396-5400 and let the folks at Louisiana Cablevision know how much you enjoyed tonight's game. Or call Prime Sports, 1-800-760-4473. Press 4 for the opinion line. Be sure to stay tuned all weekend right here to Prime Sports with exciting sports action like this. NBA coverage tonight. Both teams shooting it well. Slight rebound edge to Utah. And the Jazz trail the Mavericks in bench points 11-5.
Jason Kidd has 13 assists, no rebounds, and no turnovers in the first half for Kidd. Most unusual in the area of rebounds. He's the NBA's top rebounding guard.
That foul was on Hornacek, his 3rd. Now Kidd behind the back pass to Lucious Harris, but unfortunately Lucious was sitting on the bench.
Lou wanted to shoot it from there, though.
So there's a turnover for Jay Kidd. 59-51. And those 13 assists by Kidd tie a Mavericks record for assists and a half. Malone coming across the lane and a foul call.
You want to get off to a good start if you're the Mavericks. They led this team by 4 here in Reunion earlier in the year at halftime. They lead it now by 8, but they have to get off to a good start. Stockton and Malone will really concentrate on getting their club off to a good start.
That foul on Popeye Jones, his 3rd.
Utah having to play without head coach Jerry Sloan, who was ejected in the first half, and they'll miss him. Believe me, the guy's one of the best in the league.
Malone comes up short. Yeah, but it's in pretty good hands, as you mentioned. There's mccloud drilling a 3, his 3rd tonight. Kidd with 14 assists. The Mavericks record for a game is 18. And Kidd has part of that. This could be a record-breaking night for the Mavericks. Stockton leaves it for Malone. Man, Malone had time to line up David Stern's autograph.
Golly.
62-53 Mavericks.
By the way, I had somebody ask me about that. You made that statement one other time. David Stern's autograph is on the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Some people don't know that.
You know it's on the ball. Popeye Jones has picked up his 4th foul.
2nd team foul.
And Parks coming in to replace Pop.
Parks back in the game.
Popeye goes over there and sits in a wide body. Boy, does he get a lot done. I mean, he's more than just a hard worker. He's a pretty good player.
Mavericks had only 2 assists at halftime. They've got 2 already in the 3rd. Malone, the offensive rebound. And out of bounds to Utah.
Karl Malone, maybe the best power forward to ever play the game. Hornacek doesn't get it to go. That's Malone trying to dunk that offensive rebound.
Stockton hitting the shot. He's got 8. It's a 7-point lead. Mavericks have enjoyed leads of 11 in this one. McCloud is surrounded. Cross court to Jackson. And Jackson got bumped on the way in. Benoit called for the foul, his second.
Foul by David Benoit, his second team foul.
Jackson makes the drive down the lane. The foul is committed. Mavericks keep the basketball out of bounds on the side. Utah will trap in situations like this sometimes, but a little bit early for that. We may see more of that in the fourth period.
Kidd against Stockton. McCloud loses it, but Kidd a recovery. Now McCloud for 3. Benoit the Utah rebound.
McCloud up against the shot clock that time. Got a little bit in a hurry, but he had to. Look out.
Stockton a pull-up 3 try. And Loren Meyer the rebound, and a foul on Karl Malone, his second.
His second, the
13 foul on the Jazz.
Stockton with a shot outside. The loose ball foul on Malone as he reached in right there. Not a lot of a foul. I'd say it wasn't much of a foul.
So the Mavericks the ball to 7-point lead. 12 on the shot clock. 9:18 left third quarter. Jackson finding Kidd. 5 to shoot. Jackson called. There's a foul called as he made his move. And Benoit.
foul before the shot.
His third foul.
Benoit, his third.
And the Jazz have 14 fouls right now, with a lot of time left here in the third period. So that's a real factor for the Mavericks. They need to continue with the movement, good ball movement, good movement of the personnel.
Jackson shoots it on Benoit. Malone the rebound.
That's a nice decision by Jason Kidd. Didn't even attempt to get the ball.
Hornacek makes the drive and draws the foul on Meyer. Hornacek, an outstanding free throw shooter, will shoot 2.
Second, the third team foul.
Second foul on Loren Meyer.
Stockton off of the dribble, hits Hornacek. He gets down inside. And you don't want this guy at the free throw line. Jeff Hornacek comes to a ball game every night thinking win. He doesn't think about scoring. He thinks about winning. It's a great acquisition when they picked up Hornacek. Outstanding acquisition.
There you see it. 5th in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage. And among the league leaders in free throws also, but he splits 2 here. Nice feed, Kidd, to Parks, but Parks knew he was too deep, and he just tried to. It was like a hot potato when that ball came in there.
Yeah, but Kidd didn't. See, look at that pass. That's really a nice pass. You see Parks with the left foot on the line. Good shot, guys.
So the Mavericks, who had just 2 turnovers at halftime, with 3 already in the third quarter.
Malone wants the ball down low to operate against Meyer.
And he does just that. 14 points for the mailman. And Utah back to within 4 after the Mavericks had opened up an 11-point lead.
Mavericks have got to stretch that defense and stay out of that half-court game.
Jim Jackson making the cut. Felton Spencer called for the foul off the ball. And he gets teed up also.
Good golly. I mean, they are really quick with the tees. You talk about a short fuse.
Technical foul, Felton Spencer.
They're trying to get their quota in. You know, they're going to be off for a few days.
Jim Jackson.
For the All-Star break. Jackson back on the line to shoot the technical.
Karl Malone wants to talk to his team. George McCloud standing right there listening.
63-58 Mavericks. Utah over the limit. Jackson back to the free throw line to shoot 2. JJ 6 out of 6 from the foul line tonight. Already has his scoring average. And now he's got 20.
I still maintain this guy's got to loosen up, quit taking this thing so seriously.
Jackson hits them both.
You come out, play hard, you play to win. You don't play to score, you don't play for any reason, you play to win.
Phil Jackson has a great line in that regard. He says, don't take life so seriously. You'll never make it out alive. Here goes Stockton.
John Stockton.
Stockton is, I don't know that there's anybody any better on the pick and roll. He does such a nice job. He reads the defense so well. Scores off of it, distributes off of it.
65-60. Kidd launches the three.
Three-pointer, Jason Kidd.
Who's continuing to make opponents believers as far as his three-point shooting is concerned.
Same thing, going to go two-man play. This is what we talked about at halftime on the must. That's exactly why I mentioned it. Oh, my.
Loren Meyer called for the foul.
Meyer.
3 fouls on him.
He is third, the fourth team foul.
14 fouls on the Mavericks. 7:33 left in the third.
Meyer gets called for a foul. They're sticking that. I guess he did stick that left hip out a little bit.
Stockton. And bats it back out to Malone.
See the play that Stockton made. What a play.
And gets an assist.
Ball was in the air. Stockton has no business even getting a hand on it in there. Yet he does, and does something with it.
6-point lead for the Mavericks. McCloud rolls in on Hornacek, and a foul that will put McCloud on the line shooting 2. It's on Spencer. Felton Spencer has his fourth. Bill Jackson looking down the bench, and he gets the rook up. Greg Ostertag, the local product who starred at Kansas.
Ostertag out of Duncanville. Ostertag coming into the game. Good hands. Nice soft touch. This guy just needs some maturity. NBA maturity. Needs to learn how to play hard all the time. And he's with a guy in Sloan that may teach him that. Ostertag has some skills. Got long arms. Good size. And it got him in shape. I'll tell you what, he hasn't been that thin since he was in high school. Maybe his freshman year.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight as McCloud hits both free throws. We're talking over 30 pounds or so. The Mavericks up 8 with 7 minutes left.
Utah playing with a lot of poise for being down 8. They won't panic. They're too experienced to do that.
Hornacek, Jackson guarding him. 10 on the shot clock. Malone against Meyer. And as Malone made his move, a foul called on Meyer. That's 4 fouls on him. The Mavericks are over the limit. 6:47 left in the third. Dallas by 8, 70-62.
Timeout, Mavericks.
Okay, fans, now it's time for the Dodge 3-point sweepstakes. Tonight's entry, Helen Romine from Louisville. If a 3-point shot is made between now and the next time out, Helen will win $200. Perhaps you're asking yourself about now, well, why is it $200? Well, because the last participant, when it was $100, failed to win. Thus, Dodge has kicked in another 100.
Why are you so animated out here?
Making it known.
I can't believe how animated you are.
Just want people to understand how it works here. There is
that
David
autograph.
Stern's autograph.
Now you know what Jim Durham is talking about when he says he had enough time to line up David Stern's autograph.
Some guys talk to themselves when they shoot free throws. Like the mailman.
They are 4 out of 8 from the free throw line. The Mavericks are 15 out of 17. Malone coming in. You see his average in points. Tonight he already has 17.
Producer Jim Feldman inquires, what happens now with email taking over? Does Karl Malone go out of business? Or does he continue to deliver?
Only our producer would think that way.
Parks on a feed from Kidd, and Parks will shoot 2.
Foul by Greg Ostertag.
It's the rookie Ostertag out of Duncanville and the University of Kansas committing the foul that time. Parks down low. Kidd finds him. Kidd with 14 assists, by the way. The Dallas Maverick record in a game for assists held by Derek Harper with 18 assists, so that's in jeopardy.
And Kidd. They both share that one. Nate Parks has hit 5 straight at the foul line after missing his first one. Mavericks have done a pretty good job at the free throw line tonight as they lead by 9. Hornacek rimming good. Hornacek off the run. His first field goal of the second half.
Hornacek can run a clinic on how to play without the basketball. He really works well without the ball to get himself open.
6:13 left to go in the third. Stockton has picked up Kidd, who has picked up the dribble. Nice feed, McCloud to Jackson, and Jackson gets the shot away. Ostertag, the Utah rebound.
See those long arms? Ostertag has long arms. People don't realize that.
Stockton leaves it for Hornacek. Now it's Malone in the double team, and scores over Wood.
That's that battle inside again. David Wood and Karl Malone, but Wood will step up and fight him.
Malone has 19 points tonight, 9 in the third quarter. Jackson lost the handle. Hornacek claims the loose ball.
You got to get up and hustle back, whether you agree or not.
Hornacek's fadeaway shot and picked off by McCloud. Missed steal Malone. Here comes Kidd to Jackson, and another assist for Jay Kidd.
That's 15 in pursuit of the record that he and Harper hold at 18.
Mavericks back up by 7.
Of course, that's not as important right now as that scoreboard.
Another illegal defense call. This would be the first of the game against the Mavericks. Each team now with an illegal defense.
First of the game, that's a warning.
David Benoit to make the inbound pass.
You always want to be aware of Benoit's ability to go to the basket on the alley-oop. We haven't seen that yet. We have seen it before, though.
Eisley, number 10, has checked in for Utah. Stockton out of the game. Hornacek. Malone against Wood. Fans wanted to walk. Jackson the rebound. Jason Kidd somehow saves it in play, but it's thrown away and out of bounds to Utah.
Look at the move. He juked right again, then lost it coming down the lane. That's tough, though. When you're going that quickly, he goes so quickly with the ball.
No wonder he has back spasms.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's got so many moves he could throw his back out.
You know, if anybody needs 5 days off, it's Jason Kidd.
And he'll be playing on Sunday.
And that's good.
Karl Malone hits out of the post, and Malone with 21, 11 in this quarter.
You see, he missed an easy shot the last time down, but he kept his poise. It doesn't affect his game, Karl Malone's. He just keeps plugging away.
McCloud shoots the three on the assist from Kidd. 4 threes for McCloud, and on that one, Helen Romine wins $200.
Now I know why you were so animated. She'd probably splitting that with you or something.
Oh, no.
Helen, he was really getting into it there. $200.
200. The next time we play, it will only be worth $100. And that's Malone again. He's got 23. 3:53 left to go in the third. The Mavericks the ball, leading by 6. Kidd driving inside on the feed to Jackson, and a foul called. Jackson to the line to shoot 2. Ostertag with his second foul.
His second.
Antoine Carr is going to come back in the ball game now, and he's a real presence down low.
Jim Jackson, 2 shots.
It's going to be interesting to see who he's coming in for. I wonder if he's coming in for Malone. Malone's got a hot hand. He's coming in for Ostertag,
who just picked up a couple of fouls, and Jackson has hit 9 free throws in a row tonight. The Mavericks as a team are 18 for 20 from the foul line.
You're the Mavericks now. You're real conscious of trying to push the ball if you can get it. You don't want to get it coming out of the net, but make Malone and Carr run.
Jim Jackson with 25 points working. This has been a very well played, solid third quarter for the Mavericks. They've maintained their lead. That's Hornacek on the miss. Jackson on the feed from Kidd. Gets the basket and a foul.
Nice move by Jackson. Kidd found him with a pass. Jason Kidd in the middle with the ball. He finds Jackson down there. There you go. He uses the jump stop.
17 assists for Jason Kidd.
I don't think there's any question he's going to break it. He's got a quarter and 3 minutes to go.
And Jackson with 27 points tonight. The Mavericks have equaled the largest lead at 11.
Kidd's not going to break that assist record. He's going to annihilate it. He's going to destroy it.
Eisley. Pass Kidd and goaltending called on Wood's block. Eisley gets the basket.
Good quick move by Eisley. Crossover right to left. Beat Kidd on the baseline.
Maverick lead at 9. 3 minutes left. Third quarter here in Reunion. Kidd gets the shot away on Eisley. Carr with the rebound. Utah trying to string a couple of hoops together, and it's Hornacek to the basket. Malone cleans up. Karl Malone with 25. Fans wanted a charge on the Hornacek move. 7-point lead for the Mavericks. Wood for 3. David Wood has 5.
He doesn't shoot the jumper. He kind of shoots that set shot. He said his feet are normally on the floor, but that's a big one because it answers. It answers a big one by Utah.
Eisley's pass knocked away, an intentional kick by Kidd, so Utah is awarded a new 24-second clock and a timeout taken with 2:14 left to go, third quarter. It's the Mavericks 85, the Jazz 75.
85, Channel 27.
Tonight's game being brought to you by Southwest Airlines with low fares on every seat of every flight, everywhere it flies. Southwest, the low-fare airline. And by Miller Lite. When you've got the great taste of an ice-cold Miller Lite, life is good.
And life has been good for Karl Malone in this third period. He's got 15 points in this period alone. 7 out of 9 from the field.
2:14 left, third quarter. Mavericks up 10. Mavericks are 4 of 6 on three-pointers in this quarter. Eisley makes the drive on Kidd, and Jason called for the foul. First foul on Jason Kidd. Howard Eisley, an 86% free throw shooter, shoots 2.
Eisley, out of Boston College, a second-round pick. Eisley gets inside. Jason Kidd wanted a jump ball.
I think he had a good argument.
Yeah, looked like it, didn't it?
Speaking of Kidd, all-star replica jersey, $39.99. Call 1-800-654-9545. Eisley splits the free throws. The Mavericks the ball inside of 2 minutes for the third, and Dallas in front by 9. On the lob, departs from Kidd. There is 18 assists for Jason Kidd. That ties the Mavericks club record.
Parks is going to be okay. I really think it'll take some time, but I think he's going to be okay. He runs well. He elevates well. He gets up.
87-76, 11-point lead again for Dallas. Malone gets trapped, finds Benoit for 3.
Golly, has he been tough?
And it's stuck on automatic tonight. That's his 5th three-point field goal.
Foul by Howard Eisley.
And David Benoit, with 22 points scored, is only 1 basket away from his career high.
I mean, Utah is really in trouble if Benoit doesn't hit those threes, but the Mavericks have elected to run off of him to try and force the ball out of Malone's hands, and Benoit has responded
by making all 5 of his three-point tries.
5 for 5, and I think all of them have come when the Mavericks have doubled down.
I believe so.
But I mean, you got to go with a defensive plan. You can't just sit there and let Malone beat you to death.
Jay Kidd has 9 points tonight and 18 assists. 89-79 Mavericks. 1:18 left, third quarter. Eisley against Kidd. Hornacek steps up, and a foul on Antoine Carr. Antoine Carr doesn't believe he's committed a foul tonight. I mean, he uprooted Jackson on that play, didn't he?
I don't know, but he uprooted his coach, I'll tell you that. When Jerry Sloan tried to defend Antoine Carr, it cost Sloan the rest of the evening.
Adam Keefe coming in and Carr going out. Jason Kidd is out. Scott Brooks has come in.
I thought Scott Brooks played just super at Milwaukee. I mean, he really did a nice job. That's a foul. There's no question about that.
Benoit with his fourth, and Jim Jackson at the free throw line, where he has made 11 in a row and has 28 points tonight.
And you know, Jackson did back up beyond the three-point mark that time and hit that. The whistle hit blown. It didn't count.
2 shots.
All right, here's the deal. In terms of the most assists in a game this year in the NBA for regulation, Kidd has tied the league high, 18. But Rod Strickland had 20 in a triple overtime game this year. Kidd's got a shot at that one.
Well, I tell you, every time out, Jason Kidd is doing something. Makes the All-Star team. Then he's NBA Player of the Week. Then he has a triple-double, leads the NBA in triple-double, best rebounding guard. Now he's about to do it in the assist.
Eisley is fouled by Scott Brooks. So Eisley shoots 2. Brooks with his first foul.
Cherokee Parks, the Chief, really playing better basketball. A lot more active inside. Starting to see some real positive signs.
Howard Eisley, 1 plus the penalty, 2 shots.
Eisley hits the first of 2, which is what he did the last time he was at the line.
This guy's really gained his confidence back. That young man's confidence, Eisley's, was just destroyed in a brutal rookie year with Minnesota and San Antonio. And he's regained his confidence under Jerry Sloan.
7 points for him. The Mavericks lead by 9. David Wood.
Good look by Wood. Didn't make a bad pass.
Brooks with 8 to shoot. Brooks rattles one in.
Around the world, huh? That toured the rim. Bounced around. Oh, nice help. Nice help by David Wood.
Bryon Russell missing. And the rebound underneath by Hornacek. Hornacek scores. Again, the Mavericks lead is 9. Now the Mavericks can play it for 1.
You talk about an effort inside by Hornacek. There's no way he should get that rebound. Of course, they wouldn't give him a scholarship out of high school. He was a walk-on at Iowa State. Became an outstanding collegiate player and now an outstanding pro.
Brooks makes the spin move and finds David Wood for 3. Adam Keefe clears for Utah. The third quarter comes to an end, and it's the Mavericks still looking good. They lead the Jazz 92-83.
Pay close attention to this one. That assist pass by Jason Kidd to Cherokee Parks. That was Kidd's 18th. That ties a Dallas Maverick record. It also ties an NBA high for this year in a regulation game. As you look at the league leaders in assists, Stockton, Strickland, and Jason Kidd. And Kidd may regain that number 2 spot after this one.
I would think it would look good. He'd have number 2 at the All-Star break. Benoit and Malone with 47 points between them. Jackson a big night. McCloud closing in. There you see the Kidd assist numbers, and Karl Malone with a 15-point third quarter. Stockton turned away, and Wood the rebound. Here's Brooks. Jackson shoots the 3. Adam Keefe the rebound. 92-83 Mavericks.
Utah has always displayed the ability to turn it up in the fourth period. Another one of those good NBA teams that defensively and offensively can turn it up in the fourth quarter.
There's a foul on David Wood off the ball, guarding Malone.
Foul by David Wood. His second
foul on Wood.
First team foul.
Wood does battle him. You have to respect the way in which Wood competes.
Inside Malone, another foul on Wood. The basket is good.
Basket, Karl Malone. Foul to David Wood.
27 points tonight for Malone.
Second team foul.
And Wood with his third. The Mavericks with their second team foul.
This is the point where the Mavericks do not want to get cautious. I think they have to remain freewheeling, apply offensive pressure, push the ball down the floor, take the good shots. Don't get caught up in a half-court game with the Utah Jazz with Stockton and Malone on the floor.
Karl Malone delivers on the three-point play. 6-point game now. McCloud with Benoit on him. Jackson has it against Russell. And Adam Keefe clears for the Jazz. Stockton surveys the scene. Comes up shooting for three. It's a cold-blooded shot by Stockton. Stockton with 13 points tonight. Now it's a three-point game.
And that's one of his strengths. Stockton can really pull up, taking the ball down the floor, come up off the dribble, and drain the outside shot.
The Jazz on an early run here in the fourth, and Scott Brooks puts an end to that 8-point surge.
Brooks really helping off the bench.
Mavericks a 5-point lead. 10:30 left. Benoit underneath. Overshot the mark. McCloud comes out with it for the Mavericks. Past Malone, who got a hand on it, but to Jackson. And Jackson with the layup. 31 for Jackson. David Benoit. Malone. About 10 minutes left in regulation, and a foul called as McCloud reached in on Malone. Second foul on McCloud. 3 team fouls on the Mavericks.
Watch McCloud guarding Benoit as he goes by, tries to get a piece of the ball, gets the arm along with it, called for the foul. Watch how deliberate Stockton will get in the half-court game and work with Malone.
Stockton against Brooks. Foul on David Wood. Wood with his fourth. The Mavericks, their 4th team foul. 9:52 remaining.
His fourth team foul.
Look. Got the forearm in there. Wood is called for the foul.
Popeye Jones on his way to the scorer's table for the Mavericks. Stockton against Brooks. Underneath to Russell. And the rebound to McCloud. Dallas comes out with it. McCloud ahead to Jackson. Intercepted by Malone. And now it's in the hands of Stockton. Lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Scott Brooks went right into the knee of a fan over there.
He really did.
David Wood getting a hand as he heads for the bench.
Watch Scott Brooks. He takes a shot in the head right. He went right into the knee of that fan that grabbed him there.
Adam Keefe scoring on the layup. 96-91. The Mavericks the lead in the ball. They've played a rock-solid second half after they were up 8 at halftime. Scott Brooks over Stockton. Rimming no. McCloud the rebound. George McCloud just makes the plays for you.
He did a great job going to the offensive board because he was out on the wing. He went right inside, got the ball, quick second bounce, and put it up off the glass with the left hand.
McCloud has 20. Stockton off the finger roll.
John Stockton.
Stockton with 15 points. Jay Kidd at the scorer's table for the Mavericks.
Who's had a little bit of a rest tonight. Scott Brooks has given him a rest and done a nice job at the point.
Loren Meyer joining him there as Jackson drove into the lane. He almost lost it. And the Mavericks take their 22nd timeout to avoid the jump ball. Dick Motta can put Kidd into the lineup if he wishes here after the 20. He can't put Meyer, though, if he does. He can only make the one substitution.
Yeah, I think Utah is really questioning the call.
Mavericks have outscored Utah 22-12 off the bench.
Full timeout, Mavericks.
And now a full timeout taken by the Mavericks. 8:29 left to go in the fourth. 98-93 Dallas.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time again.
Jason Kidd returning for the Mavericks. 7 to shoot, remember, as Dallas comes inbound. And McCloud fires for 3. Loose ball foul, Jim Jackson. The Mavericks are over the limit.
Foul, Jim Jackson.
That's the shot you want for George McCloud. They split the post. A high split of the post. First cutter giving himself up to pick McCloud's man. McCloud did have a very good look at a three-pointer.
Bryon Russell, a 68% free throw shooter who hasn't been on the line yet tonight.
Bryon Russell plus the penalty.
Hey Jim, how about this? Mavericks shooting 55%, but they only have 3 offensive rebounds tonight. Best offensive rebounding team in the NBA.
3 so far.
Sure helps when you shoot the ball well.
That's true. Russell with the first of 2. Utah hanging right in.
Meyer's got to keep Malone off the board now.
Russell with the 2 free throws, and it's 98-95 Mavericks. Whoops, Kidd lost it, and the ball is picked up by Benoit. Stockton on the move against Kidd. Kidd popped it away from him, but got hit for a reach-in foul. 2 fouls on Kidd, and Stockton to the line for the first time tonight, an 84% free throw shooter.
I don't know whether he made contact with Stockton or not. Did he get all ball here?
Tough to tell from that angle. Usually when it comes flying out like that, they get all ball. Yeah.
John Stockton in his 12th year.
He only has 9 assists tonight.
He led all guards 1 year ago, 54% shooting from the field. He is a pure point, folks. He thinks pass first, score second. But he can do it. He can score.
You know, I've said this before, but when he plays, they should put a little sign next to the court. Genius at work.
Yeah, that's right.
98-97. Maverick lead down to 1. 8 minutes remaining. Kidd finding Meyer. And another assist for Jay Kidd. That's 19.
That's a new Dallas Maverick record and a new record for regulation play in the NBA this year. It was 18.
Strickland had a 20 assist game. That was in 3 overtimes. Kidd could break that one as well. Stockton shot right through.
We saw him do this the last time they were in. They go to Stockton Malone down the stretch, and it is so tough to defend.
Kidd makes the move, finds McCloud for 3. There's 20 assists for Kidd as McCloud drills another 3.
20 assists.
The Mavericks a 4-point lead.
I would think they would announce that to this reunion arena crowd.
They have. They put it up on the board and listen to the crowd respond. 7:10 remaining. 103-99 Mavericks. Malone on the fadeaway. Rebound tapped outside. Utah gets it. Benoit hustled for the pickup.
Keefe just hit it. Just intentionally hit it.
Stockton against Kidd. Stockton fires. Rebound, Popeye Jones off to Kidd. Jason Kidd around Stockton. Dumps the ball off, and there's assist number 21 as Meyer scores. A new NBA high this season has been set by Jason Kidd.
It was 20. Rod Strickland had 20 in a 3 overtime game. Look out.
Malone loads up the dunk. Karl Malone with 30.
This is a dandy. This is really an entertaining NBA basketball.
What a way to go out before the All-Star break, right?
You bet.
All-Star play by All-Star players.
3 of them on the floor.
Kidd, McCloud missed on the 3 try, and a rebound out of bounds to Utah.
Jeff Hornacek back in the game.
Hornacek coming back in.
The play of the game brought to you by Sonic tonight. It's Jason Kidd, his 21st assist, a season high in the NBA. And he surpassed a Dallas Maverick record a long time ago. It was 18.
22nd timeout taken here. Mavericks a 4-point lead, 6:05 left.
And you can expect that it's going to be all Stockton and Malone down the stretch. You really have to help out defensively, but when you do, you become vulnerable. Now, with Hornacek in the ball game, he is the 3rd option. First option will always be Malone. Malone's going to sit down right now. No, he's not. Malone will be the first option, then Stockton, then Hornacek.
In the Midwest Division, San Antonio by percentage points leading Utah on top of the Midwest. The champs are 2 back, Houston, and Denver 12.5 back.
And now San Antonio adds Charles Smith from the New York Knicks to that lineup.
That could really help them in the playoff series in the West. 10 to shoot. Benoit for 3.
He missed.
His first one of the night. He had hit 5 in a row from three-point country. And now Adam Keefe unhappy about something. The Mavericks the ball, leading by 4 and 5:46 left.
Well, we saw Loren Meyer grow up a lot in Madison Square Garden in New York when he did not back down from Patrick Ewing. A sign of good things to come for the Mavericks.
Jason Kidd. And a foul called on Utah. It's on Keefe. Oh, it's on Benoit, and that's 5 on him.
Benoit trying to go over the top of the pick and stay with Jackson. Bumped him. Look at how alert Stockton is.
Kidd working around the McCloud screen. Kidd gets down the lane for the finger roll.
He used the pick a little bit like Stockton uses it. He came up with it, went back the other way. Ah, this is neat. I mean, this is really a neat ballgame.
5:13 left. Malone has it against Popeye Jones. Outside, it's Benoit. Gets the shot away on McCloud. David Benoit with 24 points. That equals his career high.
Career, not
career.
Season. Career.
107-103.
And he's in his 5th year in the NBA, so he's been around a while.
Kidd finds Jackson and a reach-in foul on Benoit.
He's out.
Yep. 6 fouls on David Benoit. With 4:44 left. Phil Johnson getting Russell into the game.
17 foul. Benoit disqualified. Bryon Russell back in the game.
Bryon Russell returning. A big night, though, for Benoit.
Yeah, he really played well. Did a great job.
Remember, Chris Morris is on the injured list for Utah. Here is a foul on Meyer as he decked Hornacek.
Foul by Loren Meyer.
5 fouls on Loren Meyer.
You know, I do think he fouled Hornacek, but Hornacek did act to make sure he got that call. He went down. Hornacek's such a smart player. Been around long enough to know what to do.
Utah with a chance to cut it to 2 this trip. Stockton against Kidd. Stockton finding Hornacek. And the rebound to Popeye Jones. Ahead to Kidd. The ball loose and out of bounds to Utah. Kidd last to touch it.
You see the smart play by Hornacek with the defensive position again.
107-103 Mavericks. 4:18 left. Jackson guarding Hornacek. Malone has it against Popeye. Karl Malone shot under double team pressure. And that's why he is an all-timer.
Boy, I guess.
32 for Karl Malone, and Utah within 2. Kidd finding Jackson. The pass back to Kidd is out of bounds with 3:47 left. Utah with a chance to tie.
Mavericks don't need to become hesitant now. Play with that confidence. That's the kind of turnover that's been bothering Dick all year long.
Karl Malone against Jones. A little better than 3.5 left. Malone again. Karl Malone ties the game.
Oh, is he something? I mean, big, strong, can run the floor, can score, shoot free throws, rebound.
You say he's the best to ever play that position, and I don't think I'd argue with you.
I think he is. I think he's the best forward to ever play the game. Powerful.
Kidd hitting the 3. Jason Kidd puts the Mavericks up 110-107.
Someday John Stockton will pass the torch to Jason Kidd as the best point guard in the NBA.
Here they are matched up right now on this very play. Screen roll with Malone. The Mavericks send the double team. Underneath is Adam Keefe. Blaine Reichelt making a call against the Mavericks. Loren Meyer with his 6th foul. He goes out with 12 points tonight. And a timeout taken. 2:52 left to go in regulation. What a good one. The Mavericks lead it by 3. The Dallas Morning News headline play. Kidd stocks up on assists.
21 of them tonight. Loren Meyer right there, down the middle with a little bit of a finger roll. What a performance by Jason Kidd. Look at that assist pass to Loren Meyer. And Meyer has learned to look for him, hasn't he?
That's right.
Meyer is alert to the fact that when Kidd has the ball, I need to be ready.
52 left to go in regulation. David Wood has returned, replacing Loren Meyer, who fouled out. The Mavericks have Wood, Jones, Kidd, Jackson, and McCloud. Utah with Hornacek, Russell, Malone, Stockton, and Adam Keefe on the free throw line. A 68% free throw shooter. He can bring the Jazz to within one if he hits the second one.
And Kidd with a big three-pointer to put the Mavericks up by 3, now by 2 because of that free throw.
110-109.
Keefe made a couple of big ones for Utah.
Kidd guarded by Stockton. Right back out to Kidd from Jackson. Kidd missing on the 3 try. Malone rips it down. Kidd knocked it away. Now hustles for the pickup.
What an effort. What an effort.
Jason Kidd getting a standing ovation.
Tony Dumas trying to really get this crowd going.
Jackson has it off the jump hook, and Kidd has his 22nd assist. Jim Jackson has equaled his season high with 33. Hornacek launching the outside shot, missed on the 2, and Wood the rebound. 112-109 Dallas. First time all year, really, we've seen a reunion crowd and a spontaneous ovation.
Yeah, they really did a nice. Whoa, over the top.
Intended for Jackson, and Utah the steal. Stockton with 1:38 left. Looking for you-know-who. Malone has it against Popeye Jones. And Blaine Reichelt has a foul called on Pop. That's 5 fouls on him.
Left side of the floor. Utah working the left side of that floor as they have been doing for years with Stockton and Malone.
There was the foul when Popeye threw Hornacek off the play. It wasn't called while he was guarding Malone. Or
Crowd
against Malone.
Crowd didn't like it, but it did look like a foul.
Hornacek with 15 points tonight, and 2 out of 3 from the free throw line.
Watch Stockton on the steal on the inbounds play. You need to be alert. The man bringing the ball inbounds needs to be alert to know where Stockton is. He moved into the lane.
Hornacek with the 2 free throws. They back away. Kidd brings it up. Mavericks the 1-point lead.
Timeout. Utah 3 fulls and the Mavericks 3 fulls. Mavericks also have their 20.
10 on the shot clock. Jackson muscles the shot up and draws the foul. This is the basketball equivalent to the football term tough yards.
Yes, you got it.
Foul by Byron Russell.
Russell called for the foul.
He is first.
Mavericks very deliberate right now and where they want to go with that basketball. Utah not coming off of McCloud at all. That's Bryon Russell, who's in the ball game for David Benoit, who fouled out.
Jackson shooting for a new season high. 1:17 remaining. Jackson had a string of 11 straight free throws working tonight. As you see, a very respectable 12 out of 14.
12 out of 14 from the line. How about 9 out of 15 from the field?
And now a new season high 34 points. The Mavericks a 2-point lead.
Kidd tried to get in the passing lane and get the steal that time. Always alert. Look at there. Look at that.
Pass picked off.
Wood made the play. Wood made the defensive play, running off of his man.
1 minute remaining. The Mavericks in front by 2, trying to upset the Utah Jazz. Jackson on the feed from Kidd. 5 on the shot clock. Utah really turning the screws defensively. The Mavericks will get 3 seconds to shoot when they come in.
They got to get off that left side of the floor or start right and go back to the left. The defense really concentrating Double teaming, triple teaming right now. Quick shot here, JD.
Oh, they're not aware. McCloud can't get rid of it. And actually, the Mavericks get a break because Utah had a run out, and it was a shot clock violation. John Stockton is saying, you cost us a fast break. We had possession before the buzzer. I don't think they did. I don't think they only had 3 seconds to shoot coming in, the Mavericks.
I thought they had exceeded the 3 seconds anyway. You see McCloud. Utah played the play real well. Had a good idea the Mavericks might want to go to McCloud.
So Utah the ball, trailing by 2, 41.1 left. What's the discussion now? It doesn't matter.
I have no idea.
The damage, as far as Utah is concerned, has been done.
I think he wants
that whistle blew.
He wants to be sure that the horn did blow on a 24-second shot violation.
They put the extra second up on the game clock.
Right.
It's not got 43. It's got 43 seconds on it. So the Jazz looking to tie this possession, and they could have a 2-for-1 here at the end of regulation. 2-for-1 possession. Stockton up and under, and it crawls in for him. Stockton ties the game, and Utah will get it again on 24-second possession. There's about 5 difference, maybe a little better. They're on their feet in reunion. Jason Kidd at the controls for the Mavericks, who need a hoop to regain the lead. Kidd against Stockton. Rimming, no. Hornacek the rebound, and Utah takes time with 5.9 left to go in regulation. Down to the wire we go. The Jazz and the Mavericks are tied at 113.
Jason Kidd with a shot to put the Mavericks up 2. Stockton, respecting him, gives him some room on the drive. Kidd gets a good look on a jump shot, just a little bit short. With the clock in the right-hand corner, Utah gets the timeout. 0.2 of a second have been put back on the clock. Instead of 5.9, it will be 6.1 seconds, Jim.
And the Mavericks tonight still with only 3 offensive rebounds. How well have both of these teams shot? Utah has only 9 offensive. There you see the timeout situation.
12 offensive rebounds by both teams.
Adam Keefe with 6.1 remaining. Comes into Hornacek. Hornacek off the move against Jackson. Under pressure, short. We got overtime in reunion. The Mavericks are going to overtime for the 8th time this year, a club record. 113, back with the 5-minute OT after these messages.
The score 113 apiece. Hornacek with the ball will get the last shot for Utah, trying to win it in regulation. Comes up a little bit short. John Stockton was wide open at the top of your screen. He wanted the ball for that last shot. But Hornacek did get a pretty good look. There's Stockton. Best assist man in the history of professional basketball. Holds all the records. But not tonight. Jason Kidd.
Well, if experience means anything, the Mavericks will win in overtime. Utah hasn't played an overtime game yet. This is the 8th for the Mavericks this year.
Russell quick off the floor that time.
15,151 fans have been thoroughly thrilled tonight. Here's Malone on the miss. Adam Keefe with the rebound. A loose ball foul on Parks. His first. Popeye Jones coming back for the Mavericks, replacing Parks.
Popeye Jones back in the game.
Who needs an all-star game, right?
Yeah, we got it right here. I mean, Kidd breaks an assist record for the Mavericks. He gets a season high in the NBA. Stockton has an outstanding ball game, scoring and distributing the ball. Karl Malone has 34, matched by Jim Jackson's 34. This is better than an all-star game.
Hornacek against Kidd. Hornacek gets the shot away inside of Jackson, and the rebound taken down by Keefe, so they get another crack.
And don't underestimate Keefe. He is a good jumper, good rebounder, always has been.
Here's Stockton and Kidd again. Stockton around the Malone screen. Stockton for 3. And the long rebound, Adam Keefe saves, knocked away by Wood to Kidd. Kidd zigs and zags all the way to the hoop and draws the foul.
Foul by Karl Malone.
Third foul on Malone, first team foul on Utah in the OT.
David Wood has had a couple of big plays. Wood had a big play in regulation. That's Wood, number 10, deflecting the ball there. Kidd comes up with it, goes left again, and his foul. It almost went in.
Kidd gives the Mavericks the lead.
22 assists for Jason Kidd, 15 points.
Adam Keefe with the rebound. Utah with a chance to regain the lead. We move inside of 4 minutes for the overtime. Stockton against Kidd. And as Malone came across, David Wood is called for the foul, and that's his 5th. 2 team fouls on the Mavericks.
Foul by David Wood. His 5th, the 2nd team foul.
Not easy to guard that big truck down there. A guy called Malone.
Drives a big truck. Inside pass, Kidd makes the steal.
There were 3 Mavericks that converged on the ball that time. Nice team defensive effort.
McCloud into Jackson. David Wood shoots the 3. What a clutch shot by Woody.
Oh, my.
4-point lead for the Mavericks here in the overtime.
Wood keeps shooting like that, he's going to feel like a sequoia. Is that the right word?
That is a word, yes.
That's the big one, isn't it? The big tree that goes up forever?
You are correct, sir.
Goes up into the heavens.
Russell. Keefe on the tip.
Adam Keefe.
Adam Keefe has been a very good player for this club in the second half and the overtime.
He's been outstanding. I mean, he's had some big rebounds. He tipped the ball out in regulation. He had the basket there. He's got 12 rebounds.
2-point lead for the Mavericks. Jackson into Russell. Offensive foul on Jim Jackson.
Jim Jackson. His 2nd.
Now the Jazz, after this play here,
Nice defensive position.
in position to tie this trip. Hornacek, Malone against Wood, and an illegal defense call on the Mavericks. 2nd of the game.
Popeye Jones. 2nd of the game for the Mavericks. That's a
Hornacek
technical
will shoot
foul.
the technical. Tonight he's 3 of 4. 90% free throw shooter.
Second best in the league.
Dead center with that free throw, and Utah within 1.
By the way, you might wonder who is best. It's Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf of Denver. Oh, he can shoot it too, can't he?
He sure can, and he shoots well against the Mavericks. Stockton. Malone has it against Wood. McCloud in the double team. Russell driving the lane, and a reach-in foul. Bryon Russell on the line. George McCloud called for the foul, his 3rd.
His 3rd.
Popeye Jones with great position. He wants to go to the basket. Oh, the ball was out of his hands, and he made contact with Jones. Ball was gone. I don't know about that one.
Russell has hit 3 clutch free throws tonight in the 4th quarter, and now the overtime.
That's a good move by Jones and by Wood. Jones a little bigger body, a little wider, a little stronger, over on the side where Malone is.
Russell with the 2nd free throw, and Utah has the lead. The first lead for the Jazz since the 1st quarter. 118-117. 5 straight points for the Jazz here in the overtime.
Good call by Mata. Got McCloud posting down low against Hornacek.
Wood.
2 minutes.
Kidd. A 3 by Jason.
Oh.
And Russell with the Utah rebound. Stockton looks over the scene. Hornacek. 7 on the shot clock. Malone has it now in on Wood. Malone not there with a fadeaway shot this time. The ball out of bounds. The Mavericks have it.
George McCloud all the way across the floor to put defensive pressure on Karl Malone when Malone turned around for the baseline jumper.
Timeout taken. 1:33 left in the overtime. Utah by 1. After the All-Star break, the Mavericks hit the road. They go to Houston, Utah, and the Great Western Forum. Magic Johnson and the Lakers. Then they come home a week from Monday against the Golden State Warriors, and we'll have it here on Prime Sports at 7:30.
1 week from tonight in the Delta Center, we'll be doing the same thing, my friend. It's Utah next Thursday night.
It will probably be a game much like this.
I hope so.
It will be you, me, the teams, and 19,911 close friends of the Jazz. Mavericks looking for the lead here with less than 1:30 remaining in the overtime. And check foul.
Foul by John Stockton.
Stockton.
His second.
2 fouls on Stockton. First in the last 2 minutes against the Jazz. The Mavericks with the new 24-second clock. Kidd works around the Jones pick. Wood. McCloud. Wood with 11 on the shot clock. Now it's Kidd off the drive. Trying to hand it off. Got it knocked back to him. And Russell claims the loose ball. Stockton ahead to Keefe. And Adam Keefe, rather than take it in on McCloud, pulls it back outside.
Might not have been a real bad decision.
10 on the shot clock. Alley-oop thrown away from Stockton, intended for Malone. And then Stockton dives in and makes the deflection to knock it out of bounds.
You got to be strong with that ball. You got to be careful on those flat passes. Stockton almost had a steal.
But the Mavericks are still in great shape. 2-for-1 possessions here. Jim Jackson on the fadeaway. Short. Russell the rebound. And a foul will put Bryon Russell on the line. Wood called for the foul.
His sixth. 4th team foul. The Jazz have a penalty.
3.5 left in the overtime.
Mavericks got it down low that time to Jackson, who's had an outstanding game. He's got 34 points, but they have really been defending him in the overtime.
I don't think David Wood knows he's got 6.
Well, I'm not sure they've notified him yet either.
Lucious Harris is going to come in.
Wood leads the game with 8 points.
Wood fouls out. 8 points scored tonight. 2 games in a row for the Mavericks. He has scored 8 points.
Well, I'll tell you the way Harris has been shooting the ball. You got Harris in the ball game. Good perimeter shooter. McCloud, Jackson, Malone, Jason Kidd, who's been outstanding at the point tonight on Popeye Jones.
And Bryon Russell, a former college teammate of Lucious Harris, misses his first free throw after hitting 4 in a row in the 4th quarter and the overtime.
I'll go back to Milwaukee. Inside people must block out. Don't let Malone get to the basket.
Russell giving Utah the 2-point lead. The Jazz have scored the last 6 points in the game.
You don't worry about the 3 here. You worry about getting the best shot you can get.
Kidd against Stockton. McCloud shoots a 3 on Keefe. Oh, yeah! The Mavericks have the lead. George McCloud with a cold-blooded 3.
Was he in his rhythm? My goodness, great rhythm that time on his shot.
Check this out. No timeout for Utah. The Jazz, the veteran-tested team, are going to play it out and go for a game winner. And we have a 3-try, but off the ball, a foul called with 8 seconds left. It's on Kidd.
And Hornacek missed that 3-pointer, too.
And Stockton to the line with 8 seconds left to shoot 2.
Stockton with the ball, operating off a pick by Malone, comes back the other way. scoots the ball out to Hornacek in the corner. You can see his feet in the upper left-hand corner of your screen.
Stockton has hit both free throw attempts tonight. 21 points scored, none in the overtime. Best he can do is tie.
Mavericks might is going to want a timeout regardless of what happens. Grab the ball, call a timeout.
15,151 hooted up, and Stockton shoots in the silencer. The game tied at 120. No timeout. Kidd off the move. Dallas going for the win. Lucious Harris fires. And the rebound to Bryon Russell. See how much time they put up on the clock. It reads .1 right now.
Oh, that's a shot you want Lou Harris to have. And he has been shooting the ball very well.
Timeout taken by the Jazz with 7/10 of a second left. Don't go away. 120.
Jason Kidd with a basketball. Goes to the left again. Gets by Stockton. It's Lou Harris. Hornacek with a defensive play. Flying at Lucious Harris. Oh, my. 120. 7/10 of a second left in the first overtime.
And you can catch and shoot with 7/10 of a second. Remember, this is the most telling statistic, though. The Mavericks with no rebounds in the overtime period.
It's amazing. It's 120. And the biggest culprit, as far as the Mavericks are concerned, has been Adam Keefe. He's been just an outstanding rebounder. He's always been that, going all the way back to the college level. He was a good rebounder there.
Let's see how Utah plays it. Keefe will make the inbounds pass.
Keefe led the Pac-10 in rebounding his sophomore, junior, and senior years. 3 consecutive years he led the Pac-10, so that's his game. I mean, he's a rebounder, and that's what he's done, and done it well.
Parks puts some pressure on him here. Here we go, .7 left. Delay of game taken by the Mavericks. The Jazz weren't buying it. They didn't make a move.
Hornacek with the shot, or Stockton.
Keefe comes in, and Kidd knocks it away. We go to double overtime at Reunion Arena. 120. 5 more minutes of action before the All-Star break. Jim Durham with Bob Ortigal here in Reunion Arena. Overtime number 2 coming up.
I love this game. Both teams shooting 54%. Jason Kidd with 23 assists, 4 steals, and 3 rebounds. Jackson with 34 points.
Kidd controlling the tip. Both teams came from behind in that first overtime.
Inside-outside game. They can't come off a Hornacek.
Jackson on the miss. The rebound to Russell.
Jackson shot that one a little bit hard.
You know, it was like he knew he was going to get hit, so he put a little extra on it.
2-man game. Back to that left side of the floor.
Stockton and Malone. Adam Keefe off to Hornacek. Nice pass, and Hornacek with the layup gives Utah the 2-point lead.
Nice give and go. Keefe doesn't look to score a lot. He's not going to take big shots, but Hornacek will, and so will Stockton and Malone, as we all know.
Jackson draws the extra defense. Kidd's cross-court pass tipped out with 8 on the shot clock. The Mavericks to come in.
Really like to see the Mavericks still try to get in transition if they can, but you can't do that, certainly.
Parks off the jump hook. Karl Malone the rebound.
When your opponent scores, it's hard to do that.
Again, Stockton working the left side of the court. Malone comes over to work the pick with him. 8 to shoot. Malone against Parks. 4 on the clock. Karl Malone very quiet in the 2 overtimes. Hasn't scored since the 4th quarter.
Nice defensive pressure by Parks. He had a hand in Malone's face. That makes a difference, folks. Players don't always appreciate what that means.
3.5 left in the second OT. Kidd puts the Mavericks up by
with 18 points and 23 steals.
26
on the excuse.
Assists.
I'm tired, folks. I'm tired.
And now it's Russell for three. Jackson the rebound. Here comes Kidd. The Mavericks trying to extend to the 1-point lead. I'll tell you what, it's a good thing there's an all-star break after this game. We have an illegal defense against Utah. Technical foul.
That's another technical foul.
Jackson will shoot the technical.
Jackson.
Big night for Jackson. Played hard, played heavy minutes.
Phil Johnson running the show for Utah. Jerry Sloan thrown out early tonight. Mavericks by 2. 2:50 left.
When you talk about a big possession with a 2-point lead, you get a little bit more dictatorial if you can score here.
Cloud has it against Hornacek. And George gets it done in the post. McCloud with 28 points.
It's a good decision by Dick Motta. Jackson, Kidd, and McCloud working the left side of that floor.
Stockton leaves it for Malone. Into Parks. And a foul called on Cherokee Parks.
Oh, that's a late whistle. And with the chest, they're going to call that. Parks playing defense here. What are you going to do?
Well, you know what happened on that play, and I didn't notice it at first, but when I see the replay, after the contact and Parks was falling back, he dropped both hands on Malone. That is where the foul was called, I think. It wasn't from that initial contact. First points for Malone since the fourth quarter. Now watch the end of the play. It's not called here, but it is called here.
With the left hand down on the arm there. Popeye Jones did a nice job inside against Keefe, not allowing him to work baseline. Had that free throw not gone down.
Again, the Mavericks nursing a 2-point lead. 2:10 left, second overtime. McCloud double teamed in the post. 8 to shoot. McCloud comes to get it from Jones. Tough shot for George. And the rebound out of bounds to Utah. Looked like McCloud maybe was bumped on that shot.
Doesn't normally shoot the ball that way. Mavericks still have that 2-point lead.
Stockton. Malone from Hornacek on a feed from Stockton. And Russell called for the walk. McCloud ran out at him. The Mavericks have attempted 32 three-pointers in this game.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
They lead by 2 with 1:35 left. They have made 14 of the 32.
That is the good news.
10 on the shot clock. It's McCloud underneath. Got it blocked, but a foul called, and George shoots 2.
Good move by McCloud. Good quick move down along the baseline. Watch him wheel. Come right at you. Here he comes. Keefe comes over. Stockton's there. Hornacek's there. Everybody's there but Malone, and you may wonder why he's not. It's because Dick Motta is lifting whoever Malone is guarding. In other words, he's bringing him out away from the basket to keep Malone away from that.
McCloud 3 for 3 at the line. Hits that one. 29 points for George McCloud.
Pretty complete night for McCloud. This could be, and is, number 30 to go with 3 assists, 8 rebounds. McCloud 10 out of 18 from the field, 6 out of 12 3-pointers.
Mavericks up by 4. Malone shoots it on Parks. Parks the rebound. Now the Mavericks in control, leading by 4 with 1:09 left to go in the second overtime.
Now you run a little clock, stay with a 3-man game, and you keep Malone lifted. Oh, over the top.
To Jackson for the layup. Kidd with his 24th assist. The most assists ever
to shoot it quick now.
Stockton for three, and John Stockton, the deadly clutch shooter, comes up with another big basket. 3-point lead for the Mavericks. 43 seconds left.
Play without the ball. That's the key now.
Kidd to McCloud. George McCloud lifting the Mavericks into a 5-point lead.
Utah will shoot it quickly. Stockton pulls up.
The long rebound to Kidd with 28 seconds left and a foul on Hornacek. Listen to the fans in Reunion Arena. They never quit on the Mavericks tonight.
One of the best responses we've seen out of this Reunion Arena crowd all year long. They really helped out. McCloud stretches that lead out to 5 right there with a big bucket. McCloud's been big and tough all night. So has Jackson, so has Kidd at the line.
Jason Kidd with 25 assists, a Reunion Arena record. The old record was 23, held by Magic Johnson.
Oh, my, oh, my.
And Utah taking time with 25.8 left. The Mavericks lead 133-127. Jason Kidd with 25 assists tonight. For those of you wondering, the NBA record is 30 for a game. Scott Skiles.
Yeah, but what's really interesting here is Kidd has broken a Dallas Maverick record, which was 18. He has 25. He has broken a Reunion Arena record. It was 23. Magic Johnson held that. And it's an NBA season high for assists. That 25 is. And it looks like the Mavericks got a great shot at winning this one.
And what have we said, Bob? If Kidd played for a team that shot the ball well, tonight the Mavericks are over 50%.
Good point, JD. How about the valuable playing time tonight for Cherokee Parks? He's still in the ball game as you look at 3-point field goals. Jazz and Mavericks both pretty good.
And the inbounds pass knocked out by Jackson.
I like the Mavericks still playing aggressively, defensively, not laying back, not being dictated to as to what they're going to do.
It's Malone for three. Rebound, Popeye Jones. And Utah takes the foul, Bryon Russell.
Well, this is a heck of a Maverick win if it goes in the win column against a quality team, a talented team, a well-coached team, and a team with 2 superstars.
Utah coming in tonight with a road record of 14-11. The Jazz 32-15 overall. But Dick Monte's team really responded all night long. In fact, from wire to wire, probably the most complete game the Mavericks have played this year.
You know, Utah had the 12-0 run in the first period. The Mavericks did not look good. But since that time, the Mavericks went on an 11-2 run. And since that time, they've just played right with Utah.
Hornacek over Jackson, 4-3. Jeff Hornacek keeps the Jazz hopes alive with 16.8 left in the second overtime. And Kidd is fouled by Stockton.
It's amazing how much you can get done in the NBA in a few seconds.
Especially when you've got 3-point shooters.
Right.
And do they ever? Stockton at 46% almost. Hornacek coming in at 47%. You know, Malone this year is 8 for 19.
And he'll shoot the three. I mean, he doesn't have to shoot it very often, but he will shoot it, and he's comfortable shooting.
Big free throw for the Mavericks. Kidd making it a 5-point Dallas lead. Kidd's got 20 points. Keefe to Stockton.
He'll pull up.
Kidd trying to make him use some clock. And Stockton knocks out the three. It's a 2-point game with 9.3 left. Jackson is fouled by Keefe.
Give Utah a lot of credit. That's a heck of a job by the Jazz. Stockton and Hornacek both pull up on threes and drain them both. You talk about quality people and players. Stockton, watch John Stockton. 22-foot line. He's about 25 feet. Boom.
Jim Jackson, 1 plus the penalty, 2 shots.
The Mavericks really need both of these free throws. far, so good.
You may want to extend your defense and pressure a little bit right now. You may even want to commit the foul, JD. I know that sounds a little silly, but you might be better off letting them shoot.
Oh, yes. And it's Utah taking time with 7.2 left in the second overtime. This one's not over. Mavericks up 3, 136-133. Can you say 3 overtimes?
No. 136-133. The Mavericks lead. Utah 10 out of 18 on three-pointers. Benoit had 5 of 6. Stockton 3 out of 6. Hornacek has hit them both. Now, do you want to commit the foul? If you're the Mavericks, don't foul the shooter.
On a three-point attempt.
Don't foul the shooter, but do you want to commit the foul? If he's down, they can only get 2 that way. Something to think about. That's a tough call.
7.2 left, second overtime. Keefe looking to bring it in. He comes into Malone. It's Stockton. Kidd trying to take the foul before the shot, and I think he did.
That's what I was talking about.
He took the foul before the attempt, and it's the first in the last 2 minutes, so the Mavericks will have to defend again off an inbounds.
I'm not so sure you don't foul again and let them shoot the free throw. They can only get 2 at the line.
3.6. Keefe again. Keefe comes into Malone. Fakes on Parks. Gets it away for 3. Nope. The Mavericks win. Jason Kidd, an NBA high in assists. And a Mavericks all-time record. Double overtime tonight. 136-133 the final. That assist total for Kidd is 25. To put it in perspective, the NBA record is 30. Stockton's career